call and any subsequent related calls may be recorded or monitored for quality control purposes. Thank you for calling via customer care. My name is Stormy. And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
My name is Derek Releford.
Yes, sir. So, have you pulled up here, Mr. Releford? I do need to verify some info with you before we get started. If you could verify for me your phone number that you have on the file with us.
602-882-8885.
Okay. We have an Arizona mailing address. If you could verify for me your mailing address that you have on file with us.
18212 North 31st Lane, Phoenix, Arizona 85053.
See, I don't show an email on the account. Would you like to add an email to the account?
Sure. It's just my name, Derek Releford at gmail.com.
Okay, just one moment. Yes, sir. Is this regarding your 2021 Kia Seltos?
We have a 2024 Kia Carnival now.
Okay. Do you have the VIN number for the vehicle?
Yes. Let me look that up real quick. 1 second.
Yes, sir. I just need to get it added to the account this one time, and then you shouldn't have any issues going further.
Okay, 1 second. It's gonna be 1 second. K, N as in Nancy, D as in David, N as in Nancy, B as in boy, 4, H, 3, 9, R, 6, 4, 0, 0, 509. Were you able to get that?
2024 Kia Carnival?
Yep, that's us.
Yes, sir. And I do show that you have an open case with us. Bear with me for one moment.
Okay.
Yes, sir. It looks like it's under your wife's name. I have that case pulled up here.
Okay.
What can I do for you today?
So I was on the road in Colorado Springs. We moved to Kansas about 4 months ago. My wife got a raise and basically a new job title, so we moved to Kansas for her to do that. I was in Colorado Springs on Saturday. I was getting ready to head back to Kansas, and we went to get breakfast at a Carl's Jr., and then we came outside, and my car was stuck in park. It wouldn't get out of park, so I called the tow line, and they sent a guy with a tow truck. He was awesome. He was all he was supposed to do was basically just load the van up and take it to Kia, but he was a man, and so he was like, I think I can get this out of park. So he didn't use any tools or anything, but he was just basically, because he was kind of like, this doesn't make sense. So basically he couldn't get it out of park either, so he took it to Kia, and then I ended up in a hotel for 5 days. And they kept telling me they didn't have time to look at it yet. So on the 5th day I called, and he told me, he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. We just plugged it into the machine and ran all the tests. There's nothing wrong with your van. It goes in and out of gears. So no charge, come get it. So I went and got it. That was Tuesday. I got home yesterday, I believe it's Tuesday. I've been in a hotel for like 5 days. So yesterday I got back to Kansas, and now the van, not all the time, but pretty often, is just being stuck in park. That first time in Colorado Springs, we never got it out of park, and I never got it to drive again until they gave it back to me. The last 3 times it's got stuck in park, it's only been stuck in park for like 5 minutes, and then it just kind of lets go. I contacted the salesman who sold me the Kia in Surprise, Arizona. He's a really cool guy. His name's Frank. And this was on day 3, because I work for the media. I'm a nobody, but I film things and I sell content, basically news related stuff. So I've been kind of stuck. I was stuck in Colorado Springs for 5 days, and I was losing a lot of income. So I talked to Frank, And I was like, hey man, like, what are the, because it's a 2024 Kia, so it's expensive. I was like, what are the chances of if this van is like having issues, can I just trade it in and get either a different van or maybe two of your cheapest cars? I was like, it doesn't, the payment we pay is fine. However we work it out, I just basically need to be moving. And so he looked into it for about a day and a half. And then his manager said that basically, since we only bought the van 6 months ago, that I couldn't trade it in yet. Essentially, he said that it didn't sound good from him. He basically said that when I drove it off the lot, it lost so much value that it wouldn't make sense for them to buy it back yet, which is kind of crazy, but whatever. So basically, like, I don't know what to do. I'm back in Elkhart, Kansas. I'm borrowing a vehicle from a friend right now, so I am able to work again. The van is just sitting in front of my house, and we've taken it to the store a few times, but other than that, we're kind of scared to drive it. I just kind of need to know what to do next, because I really don't know what to do. It's a 2024. I love Kia. This is my second Kia. It's bonkers to me that we're having any kind of mechanical issues, but I'm just kind of, with us being in the middle of nowhere, what do I need to do to get this van either working or looked at or get a new vehicle? I said, and again, the main thing is my job is that I have to be moving, and right now I'm borrowing a friend's truck, and it's not a very reliable truck. So
yes, sir. So taking a further look here, I do show that the case was sent up to the appropriate office for further review yesterday.
Okay.
I'd allow that department a few days to review the case, and then they'll be following back up with you accordingly. So a representative in that department is going to be notified. Allow them a few days to review the case, and then they'll be following back up with you accordingly on some sort of resolution here for you. Of course, I'm going to be documenting that you did pick this vehicle back up on Tuesday. You got back home yesterday, and now it's not all the time, but it is pretty often that if the vehicle is getting stuck in park.
It's often enough that we're not driving it anywhere, because I don't want to get stuck in it. Because me staying in Colorado Springs for 5 days, and I didn't do anything. I ordered groceries, and it was $1,200 that it cost me to be, and that's not counting lost wages. It was just hotel, Uber, and feeding myself. That 5 days that I was stuck in Colorado Springs cost me $1,200. And so, like, that was kind of hard to swallow. And I appreciate that they sent it up to the chain and everything, but like currently, like right now, I still have a vehicle that I'm paying a lot of money for that's not working. And so, like, I know it's not your fault, but I would kick myself if I got off the phone today without any kind of idea of what's going on, because as of right now, I'm paying like almost $900 a month for a thing that's just sitting in my yard, and that's why.
Yeah. So I can completely understand that. As far as an update, I don't have an update to provide you with, other than the fact that the case was just sent up to the escalation team yesterday. So we're going to need to allow them some time to review it, and then they'll be following back up with you accordingly.
I just don't see why it was sent up yesterday, and now I have to wait for them for a few more, because like this, my van broke down Saturday. Like this is.
Yes. Of course, the cases do go first come, first serve. Of course, we want to allow the representative who is notified some time to review the case thoroughly, and then they'll follow back up with you, introducing themselves, getting any additional information from you if that's needed.
Right.
As well as following up with you on an update.
Right.
So
I mean,
we're going to want to allow them to review the case.
Understood.
And then they'll be following back up with you.
Understood.
Of course, I've thoroughly documented your concerns that you're having. Go ahead.
The only reason I switched to Kia, a buddy of mine said that, the bumper to bumper warranty, all that stuff, he said you never have to worry. And it's wild to me that like I paid for every warranty the salesman offered us, we took, because I was told that Kia will take care of us. And it's just wild that like here I am all these days later, and I'm all I'm being told is like, yeah, just keep waiting. Like I need to return to work. I need to leave town. I need to get back to my life. So I guess I understand you can't help me when you say that it's being escalated. Like, what is being escalated? I guess because I haven't talked to anybody. So I guess like
so everything that you everything that you've advised us. So you called in, it looks like a few other times. We reached out to the dealership to obtain some repair order information, and then we got the case sent up to the escalations team for further review from everything that you've advised us.
Okay.
You kind of get it straightened in, Colorado Springs.
Yeah,
The dealership wasn't able to take the concerns, said that there were no codes present. You're seeking to have the vehicle bought back. So yes, sir, all of it has to be sent up to the appropriate office and thoroughly reviewed, and then a representative will be notified and following up with you accordingly.
Okay, I feel like maybe the Kia advertisement should change because he called it a worry-free warranty. I'm on day 8 of definitely being worried. Like I wouldn't have bought any of the. I don't like anytime I buy a product, they're like, "Do you want this?" No, I don't want that because it's not real. I wouldn't have spent any more money than I had to if I would have known that a brand new Kia breaking down would cost me at least 8 days in wages. Like that's way more than the car payment. You know what I mean?
So again, that's what the case is getting sent up to the appropriate office to come up with some sort of resolution here for you. All of that has already been thoroughly documented, as well as I have documented everything that you've advised me of. So yes, sir, we just need to get the case sent up, which it was just sent up yesterday.
Okay.
Like I've mentioned, a representative in that department is going to take over the case. We want to allow them some time to review the case, and then they'll be following back up with you accordingly.
Okay.
So that will be your escalation case manager is going to be following back up with you.
Okay, I just wanted to make one more note on the account, and then I'll let you get back to your job. Just want to make one more note on the account. Let me just look at something. Okay, so I just want you to notate on the account that they can take as long as they want, but as of the time that you're writing this note, I have missed 6 days of wages, and they can take as long as they need to, and you can please notate this, but I am keeping track of every hour that I'm not working. And I'm going to want to talk to somebody about that also. So they can take as much time as they need to. But as of right now, Kia's 6 days into my family's food and money, and I got a problem with that. So just let them know that they can take as much time as they need to. But in my opinion, Kia already owes me 6 days worth of wages. So just make sure that they know that, and then they can sit on it. They can have a talk. They can do whatever they need to do, and then just call me whenever they're good and ready. So just tell them to add. It's August 8th, so add 1 per day they take to call me back for wages I've lost. And then I appreciate your help, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Have a great day. Thank you for calling Kia.
Thank you. Bonkers, y'all. Bonkers.